Welcome back. We're so honored to have Noble McIntyre here with McIntyre Law, and of course you always have so much information for us, but today we have something very timely, right, Shel?
Oh yes, this is getting me ready. Okay, we're talking about Pokemon Go and the laws that go along with it. Noble, you can be getting a lot of trouble for trespassing.
Well, you sure could. In fact, I've never played the game. I wasn't even aware of the game, and I went down to downtown with my wife and kids here recently, and people were walking around, running into people looking down at their phone. I said, what in the world are we doing? So my 13-year-old had to tell me what everybody was doing. But yeah, I don't think people understand that you can get in trouble for trespass by going onto somebody else's property, and it doesn't matter that you're looking for somebody's Pokemon. You can certainly get yourself into a lot of trouble doing that, and that seems, I'm going to take this out right now, that seems to be causing a lot of problems. And already you've had examples around the country of people showing up in cemeteries and getting locked in overnight. People showing up at the Holocaust Museum, which the Holocaust Museum certainly does not want that to happen. And showing up in different businesses. There's even been one example of people going to capture a Pokemon in a labor and delivery room as a woman was giving birth, entering the hospital. And so there are a number of issues that can cause problems, and it isn't just trespass. There's landowners themselves. The reason the landowners don't want this stuff is because there's an attractive nuisance aspect. If you're a landowner and you know that the Pokemon game has Pokemons on your property, and you know that kids, minors, are coming onto your property in search of a Pokemon, and there's something on your land where they might be able to get injured, and you don't do anything to stop that, then the landowner can be held liable. So, a lot of people out there playing this game, and they think, why is somebody being so angry to me? I'm just looking for a Pokemon. Well, the landowner is opening themselves to liability as well. So there's a lot that goes to this, in addition to personal injury claims. Imagine that you're looking down, or you're driving your car, because people are out driving their cars looking at these, or you're riding your bicycle and you run over somebody, you knock them off a curb and they break an ankle. You're going to be liable. And so there's a lot more to this than just a fun game.
And now this is the Poke etiquette that our city of Oklahoma City did.
Yeah.
And they did it right out of the gate. I mean, they were on top of it. Unfortunately, I'm not sure a lot of people have taken it to heart.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea is so great, though. So everybody go watch that video, because honestly, it's great, and it really tells you, that this can be taken very seriously. This needs to be taken seriously. Now, this was interesting. I saw that when you log on to the game, you actually are signing a waiver.
That's exactly right. When you log on to the game to play the first time, and a lot of people don't understand that they're doing this, you are giving a full waiver to the Pokemon game creators that you will not hold them responsible for anything that might happen as a result of you playing this game. So not only if you walk out in front of a car and get hit, or if you follow a Pokemon into a dark alley and something bad happens to you, or if you hurt somebody, you've given them a complete waiver. And even if you then try to file a lawsuit saying this waiver isn't valid, you don't get to go to court and have a lawsuit. You've also signed an arbitration clause. So you've waived your ability to go to the courts. You've waived your ability to get any contribution or claim against the company. You've taken it all upon yourself. And I would guess that 99% of the people playing this game have no idea that they've done that.
I know. No idea at all. And the bigwigs at Nintendo obviously protected themselves.
That's exactly right, with good lawyers.
But did they? Here's my question for you. Will we possibly see something like this where people who have Poke Hubs on their property get mad at Nintendo and they're going to go back at them?
That's the one aspect that I think that the Pokemon creators need to worry about, is because the people that have these gyms set up where it's on their private property and they had nothing to do with it, and they've never played the game, they haven't waived any liability. They haven't signed anything.
That's what
and
I'm
so
thinking.
Let's say that I own a piece of property and a gym is put on there, and people come and they trample my property and they ruin something and do some damage. Well, I have a claim. Well, I have a claim against the kids or the adults that came on my property and did that, but they may not have any money. I also have a claim in that aspect against the Pokemon creators. I think that there's going to be a lot of litigation that comes out of this.
So what's your advice? Pokemon Go, but Pokemon Go responsibly? Is
Yeah,
that kind of what
that's right. In one respect, I'm an adult, I don't play the game, but I certainly look out and I see all these kids outside walking around, and that's fantastic. That's what I did when I was a kid. I actually played with something called outside. So now these kids are finally outside moving around. That's fantastic. But you have to play this game responsibly. You really, really do. You can't just have your head in the clouds, looking at your phone, walking around and think that nothing can happen.
And by the way, people are playing it when they're driving too, so that's a whole nother issue. Oh, we could do another segment on that, right? Well, if you need answers, who do you call? Well, of course, the McIntyre Law Firm. They are personal injury experts. Their offices are located 8601 Southwestern Avenue right here in Oklahoma City.
Give them a call, 405-917-5200. They also are on all the social media here. You can find find them on the web, McIntyreLaw.com, and on Facebook @Oklahoma Law, and on Twitter @McIntyre Law.